行くぞ。
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today I thought we'd take a break from the metas and talk about a character that is extremely underrated, especially early on in the game, who is 98 Yuri. And Yuri really is a wonderful character to level up early on in the game, since you can use her in the team relay dungeon against Giant Hammer Jack. And in this dungeon, you need 45 cost or below characters. And you can see the teams that I used. And 98 Yuri is very, very important since she has this obtain 20% power when using ultimate moves. Since she also has this on her third skill, all teamers obtain 7% power every time she uses. That means when this thing's awakened, you're just going to build up power super, super fast. Now, she isn't really relevant against the other immortal dungeons, but against Giant Hammer Jack, she's absolutely insane. And this is a game mode where you get a lot of rubies. And when you're starting off in this game, a character like this proves to be invaluable since you can get all of those rubies. Not to mention her leadership is absolutely amazing for time attack. The obtain power by 5% when killing an enemy. A lot of you are going to see her in the time attack for leadership. She's just insanely good for that. And you want her in this thing so that way you can get all of these rubies, thousands of rubies. And early on in the game, that is very, very important for all of the players. Anytime you're getting rubies, especially free rubies, it's a good thing. And Rugal there also on the team to give a little something, something. And then you're really also going to want this character for Epic Quest, especially against Episode 1 against Orochi. Now, I'm going to give you guys the characters that I used for Shizu, Yashiro, and Orochi, because you will need 45 cost or below 59 cost to get all of these topaz that you're looking at. To get all these topaz here, to get all these tickets, all of these things, you're going to need certain characters. Now, who did I use for all of this? Well, when it comes to Shizu, I actually was using Mai. Now, Mai is actually really wonderful, 98 Mai, because she increases purple element fighter attack by 30% and decreases burn damage received by 20%. She is absolutely insane for this because Shizu deals a crap ton of burn damage, and she decreases it by 20%, which is massive. And then she deals an insane amount of burn damage and decreases damage received from burned enemy by 30%, which is great for her because she does apply burn. It really gives her a lot of extra survive ability, and of course she's got the burn damage, which is really, really nice. Mai's absolutely wonderful, plus she has a 3 PG card, and you guys, you can see that I didn't have any capsules. She's only level 10, and I was able to do the requirements. Now, she's for the below 59 cost. She's a 52 cost character. So, like, if you take a look at up here in the top corner where I'm blinking there, that says cost 52. So that's how you know what cost character you're actually dealing with. And it's something important to remember whenever you are playing in the Epic Quest is whenever you're doing these requirements for your cost or below, it doesn't matter what cost your strikers are. It doesn't matter what strikers you use. So you can use any striker you want. Strikers that offer super armor, heal. I mean, Ukyo and Yamakusa, both of those guys offer a heal and super armor, whereas 98 Athena offers an insane 30% increase to your heal, which is massive. So there's all kinds of ways you can make these characters do better. For example, when I played with Rugal, I actually slapped a Noah set on him and to give him a little extra super armor because I actually used him against Yashiro. And Yashiro, there's a moment in the fight where he just starts going crazy. He starts doing attacks to you to where you can't break his guard. You can't interrupt his skills at all. Even when you're doing your PG animations, you can't interrupt his skill. So I decided to slap a Noah set on him. That way at least I could gain a little super armor. And then I used 98 Athena for my healer, which really, really helped. You know, Rugal will take some damage. I do have him at level 30. I do have him at max capsules. But you really don't need the max capsules. And before we get into Yuri, something I want to mention is a lot of people are always asking me what stages they need to use to buff their characters even more. I mean, whenever you're fighting in this thing, you get all these little buffs from doing the stages. And the way you do it is you play on a certain stage, you play it so many times, and that's just going to give you more experience as you go through it. So now I'm at level 58 on this one here, increases the fighter's attack by 35,960, and you see my defense is increased, my HP is increased, and then these are for the specific bosses right here. So these only go up to level 20, so this is the max that you can get, increased damage by 25%. And people are always asking me, what stage should they fight? Well, in this situation here, when you're in the final stages against Shaizu, Yashiro, and Orochi, you're just going to be fighting those specific stages because that's all they have to offer. However, when you're facing the other ones, like these three right here, the lower level ones, chapter 1 here, what I did was, whatever stage I could clear on auto. So for example, if I could only do stage 1, and I could only do stage 1 on auto with my characters, that's what I did. I would just hit auto, go all the way up to 99 or however many AP I had that I could use, and just hit repeat and let it go and go and go. And when I could easily clear that stage on auto, maybe I could do the next stage on auto, and then I would do that one on auto, and so on and so on and so on. So that's how I built up all these buffs. Some people are going to argue maybe you do certain stages, and that's fine. Certain chapters is what I should say. But that isn't what I did, and it worked out just fine for me. Now, as far as the big dog, Orochi, I used Yuri. And the beautiful thing about Yuri is, now if I use this team right now, you wouldn't get the 45 cost or below requirement because Mai is on the team. But if you had another 45 cost or below on the team, then you'd be fine. Again, strikers, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what cost they are. I mean, you could bring in Fest characters that are strikers and still use them. If you have characters that are massively leveled up, they're just going to add a lot of extra CP to your damage dealers, similar to what we always deal with in Guild Raid, which really helps the amount of damage you do. And with Yuri, something to point out really quickly is she just has an insanely low cooldown on her second skill. So whenever you're playing this character, you want to go back and forth between using her second skill. So you want to do like the first, the second, and then the third, then the second, then the first, then the second, then the third, then the second, and back and forth. You're always going to do the second skill twice in every single rotation. So we'll just jump in here and see what we can do here. All right. So we just want to bring in Yuri, knock Orochi up in the air, and go into the second skill. Smack him up in the air, third skill. Second skill. And this is the beautiful thing about this character. And this is all you have to do to get your 45 and cost below requirement. Literally, this is it. There's your second skill, smacks him up in the air, then the third skill, then the second skill. It is as simple as that. And yeah, it is a drawn out fight for sure, but it's easy. It's an easy requirement. And this is why she's really just so underrated. I've actually seen a player use 98 Yuri for Spider Robot and actually get the maximum rewards because she offered all that PG gain. He used her, a 3-star Yuri, with a bunch of super strong characters to be able to get the max score. And it just shows you how strong she is. Now, I missed my attack right there, but you get the drift. If you keep doing that over and over and over, you're going to be able to get the 45 cost or below requirement, no problem. It's that easy with this character. Yuri really is wonderful, and I thought it'd be fun to shed some light on a character like this, and really shed some light on other characters like Mai here, 98 Mai, and Rugal. Now, you don't have to use these characters. There are plenty of characters that you can use to get it done for these requirements. These are the ones that I used. I really found Mai to be amazing for Shaizu. And by the way, I used Rugal for Shaizu also, and just gave him that 98 Athena for the heal. I mean, and another thing about using Yuri with the infinite combos is it really doesn't matter what striker you have. Now, I actually was using Yamakusa because he does offer the super armor and a heal, and the super armor is really nice in case we do miss our attack. We mistime something and we need to get up a super armor again, so that way we can go back into our infinite combo. I also had a KS set on Yuri, so if I just tagged her out and switched to, say, Rugal, let him play for a little bit, then tagged her back in, I'd still get super armor from the KS set. Just wanted to make a short little video about using certain characters for the cost and below in episode 1, and really just show some love to, again, just one of the most underrated characters in this game, and a character that you really should be leveling up. So let me know how you're all feeling about Yuri. And also, I stream on Twitch 5 days a week. The link will be in the description below. And as always, let me know what characters you've gotten, what cards you've gotten, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.